Hey everybody, long time no see. I haven't done any crafts in a while, but today is a dreary cold day here in East Texas, so I thought it was a good day to do a craft. I am going to be using some multiple different ornaments to make this Christmas tree. I've got plastic ones that are a little glittery. I have some balls of all different sizes and colors. And to jazz this tree up a little bit and give it that beachy vibe that I love, I have taken some of the stick-on gems that I also love, and I have decorated a few of the ornaments. I'm going to intersperse them through the tree, and I took a little bit of super glue. I didn't super glue the whole thing, just in random spots to keep it from, you know, while it's being packed up and put away so that the gems won't come off. But that's what we're going to do today. Now, I have started the first row so that it would have time to dry. And let me show you what I got going on here. So I took one of these little wreath forms and I used it to hold my ornaments still like this. And I placed them all around until I got them, you know, just the way I wanted them. Then I just came back and put the super glue in between, pushed them together all the way around. And if you've got them nice and snug, then it'll sit there like that. Here's the one I did. So this is my first row. I got a big one, a couple little ones, a couple medium. But it just sat here. Wait, let me get it better in the camera. It just sat here like this. And it dried nicely. And so now I don't need that any longer. I'm going to start on my next row. But I also wanted to say, if you want to do lights, this is one of the little 20 light strings that'll be just perfect for a small tree. And I don't know how big my tree's going to be because I haven't, you know, completed it. But you could go ahead and run this under, untwist them, and start to kind of put a few in. Or if you leave your tree hollow in the center, you could go back in and poke the lights in where, you know, where they peek out from a couple ornaments, or where they're just inside of them, just to give a little glow. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to have lights on mine, because this is just kind of freestyling as I go. All I did know was that I wanted it to be a little kind of, you know, really colorful and beach-ish themed, which to me means a little bit gaudy like this. I put some of those fake pearl glue-ons. Well, they're stick-ons, but I put glue on them. So I'm going to go ahead and make my next row, and I'm going to glue them on here as I go, rather than try to stabilize a whole row. But to help hold them into place, I'm hoping that this tissue paper, whoops, there went an ornament. I'm hoping that this tissue paper will do the trick. Now I don't have to worry about it gluing to here because I'm going to put the glue on these ornaments. So this is just going to help to stabilize them until they dry. And also, if you have little holes Like you can see here, this is going to leave a hole. It'll be a perfect place for a light, or leave it plain because the ornaments from the other side will show through. Or you also could come back with these little tiny ornaments, and that will fill in nicely. So, as I usually do, it's kind of learning as I go. It's just, I had all these ornaments and was trying to think of something to do with them, and this is what I'm coming up with. So let's see how it works out. Now see, I don't really want to put two that have a design on them next to each other. So I'll probably, that's why I went through my ornaments and like I decorated this one, then didn't decorate these. Same in every container of ornaments I have. I just went and decorated a few because I'm probably just going to put one decorated one, you know, interspersed around it. So this is how simple this is. Let me get a bigger ornament. Probably a gold one right here. And then a little red one right here. And by the way, you can use these plastic ones. They're already pre-glittered, like this one. Mine already have some designs on. I'll put some links to some. There's really cute ones. There's striped ones, polka dot ones. I just liked these. So you'll just kind of go along and get an idea where you want a couple and go ahead and glue them together, which is really simple. And you don't need to leave these tops on. It's up to you. I have some that have lost their tops, and I'm not worried about it because it's going to be on the inside. No one's going to see that. Also, like this one has a dull spot on it. I don't care about that. Well, I could flip it over like this, where the dull spot's on the bottom. But it's really not that big a deal. You could come back and put one of those sticky gems on there, or you could cover it. I have some little garland-like thing that I'm planning to put around the tree. Hey, get back here. And so you can always cover that up, or just leave it like that. You know, I never worry about the small stuff like that. This tissue paper, you can kind of mold it to be where you need it to be. I think this is going to be a pretty easy project. In fact, I have several different ideas of different trees I want to make, so I'm probably going to make 2 or 3. I thought maybe an all silver one would be nice, and I do have a lot of silver ornaments. So I'm going to leave these 3 to dry, and then I'll be back. Okay, I actually did finished out that row I was working on. I forgot I was videotaping, so here's what I got right now. And it's hard to tell like this, looking from the top. Let me turn you back up and I'm going to show you. So far what I've got. So I'm going to go ahead and put a few more rows on. After you get the first 2 rows, I've found that it's a lot easier to balance them. You don't have to wait for them for every row to dry because they're kind of holding each other together now. So I'm going to speed it up while I put the rest of them on, and then I'll show you. I have some little garland that I was going to put it on and a stand, and I'll show you all that after. I might even test the lights on it to show you what that looks like. But let me finish the speeding up. Okay guys, so this is what I've ended up with on these two. I still have ornaments left, and I may make another one because I'm really enjoying this easy craft. But this one ended up being my favorite because I like that it has all the different size balls on it. So it looks like a decorated tree with the little tiny balls. This, by the way, is just an ornament. I cut the string off. You can see the hole where it had a string. Cut the string off and glued that one on top. This is a problem if you use old ornaments. This was like really vintage from the 60s. And you can't wipe those. I made the mistake. I went to wipe a spot on there. Ruined that ball, but oh well. And then this little one I used mostly this size. I think they're 2.5. I had a few of these bigger ones, but anyway. So I had this like, you know, is so-so, but this really, I think, helps it once I put the star on top. So I already had these stars, and they're just made out of the plaster stuff. I can't think of the word right now. So I spray painted them, and I'm going to put some white glitter on them, and then I'm going to put the two together to give it a little more strength across the ball on the top. And I think that will make that tree really cute, because then it looks a little bit taller. It doesn't look so short and squatty like me. That gives it a little bit of height. So then I'll take a picture and put that on the end of the video. But I also wanted to tell you that, look, I have an old bell with no clapper in it. You could paint that and put it for a topper, or if you have like an angel figurine. If you have a candle holder, you could put it for like the trunk of your tree and put your little tree skirt around. You could also use them, since they have all the holes inside, to put over top of a votive. I didn't put the lights in either one. I'm taking these on Thanksgiving to give to my daughter-in-law and daughter. So I'm taking the lights with me in case one of them want to put lights in theirs. But anyway, that's what we've got.